Alright, we're here with Lotho. It's a very cheap commander, and what it does is when anyone casts 2 spells in a turn, you lose a life and you get a treasure. So, using those treasures to vomit out a bunch of small things seems like a decent enough idea. I'm sure you could play this in a larger, slower deck, right? And just use the treasures to cast like Liliana's. But this seems more unique, I guess. We have Luris in the Companion Zone. So we have a bunch of small things, right? A bunch of value-oriented things that we can sacrifice and bring back repeatedly. We don't have a lot of mill, like self-mill options, unfortunately. We have, where are you? The Stitcher Supplier, which seems decent enough, and Mesmeric Orb kind of just carrying the self-mill strategy, right? With Luris, Mesmeric Orb kind of turns into a card draw spell, right? Or like a Phyrexian Arena. So that's neat. You can play non-permanent things that cost more than 2. So we have the big black spell, and we have Blot Out the Sky. I think this is cool. I can use all those treasures to like surprise board wipe and then just wind up with a bunch of 2/1s after. That seems pretty neat. I crafted my Chaos for this deck. I like this card. I like how it can kill itself and then come back with Luris, and you can just sort of do that repeatedly. That's pretty neat. It's also like a weird mana sink. I don't know. I think I'm willing to try it. We have the Blood Artist package, so we have all the effective reprints of this, and then a bunch of ways to sacrifice our own creatures. I anticipate pretty much every single time I cast a tutor, it's probably going to go get Mesmeric Orb, or maybe Blot Out the Sky if we're at that point, but most likely it's just going to be getting Mesmeric Orb, right? Or a discard spell, or something to protect Luris, where are you? Phyrexian Reclamation, right? So if it dies, I can get it back, because this is not my commander, and it's moderately important. It's moderately important to keep that around. I'm running 33 lands, because the curve basically stops at 2, right? And you get treasures, or you hope to get some treasures, so you could probably even go to like 30 lands, and then be fine maybe with just like 2 lands, sort of, kind of, right? And it's not that bad. We have a bunch of removal. Some of the removal might be overkill. It might be too much in here, and I might want to add more creatures. But for now, this is just where I've landed on. Giver of Runes and all the protection spells, obviously. I have Westfold Rider and whatever the other one is. Cathar Commando and Citizen's Crowbar. I think these are just really depressing for a lot of opponents, right? You just recur this repeatedly, and it can be really depressing. There was a game, I think the last video I made, where someone played basically this. I don't know what their list was, but they could have done this and didn't, and if they did, I probably would have lost, right? Just spamming that repeatedly. If I can lock down the creatures and then just spam Naturalize, seems pretty good. Nykthos is weird when I'm sacking my own permanents, but I think there's enough permanents to rest in play that this might be useful. But we do make treasures and stuff, so maybe it isn't, right? The color fixing could be the most crucial problem, instead of like exploding into 12 mana, or this tapping for 6 mana. I don't really know what that's doing, but for now it's only taking up 1 slot. I'm not going to sweat it. Most likely it's one of the first cards to come out, though, but I think every deck should maybe see if they can get this to work before they don't. So, alright. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's see how we do. Thalia is good, especially against... Ooh, well, maybe not. This is the creature in our set. Fine. Alright, Springleaf Drum. That is actually very interesting. I will cast you. Lotho is pretty neat. I don't have 2 spells in a turn, unless it's these 2. Alright, I guess I just don't have Lotho. That kind of works too. It's not really the end of the world in my opinion. Let us play out Initiate and Selfish Spirit. Actually, no, I mean, we should probably play Thalia. I might have wanted to play that last turn, but... What does the other side of this do? Double? No, non-creature. Okay, I remember now. I remember. Okay. Swing like this. And I could blow up the drum. My opponent did not have a land. So blowing up the drum kind of makes sense to me. Oh, I need 2 counters. Excuse me, I need 2. So, I can still just blow it up anyways. I probably should. It's also their only blue source. And yeah, alright. Not the most exciting. Alright, yeah, but it worked. My opponent is under a Thalia, and they didn't have a land, and the drum was their only, not only another mana source, but their only blue source, so... Nice. Who needs Lotho? Who needs them? No black mana? Oh, I do have black mana, actually. Okay. It's right here. I've never seen this. I have never seen this. That's really cool. Shoot, I'd like it more if it didn't have the stuff in the art. I'd actually like it more. So, cast their second spell. Alright, so I can cast Mox Amber in the same turn. I cast this, and it should make a treasure. As long as I don't play the wrong land. And I guess I'll cast Thalia. It might disrupt a ramp spell. Okay. I guess it did. I guess it did. Because they had shown me no cards that half my deck is like pretty decent against. That's just a horrendously bad sign. Curse of Silence. Alright. So far, everyone has had the 1 or 2 mana perfect answer for Lotho, which is very unfortunate. I guess I'm playing Cutthroat. I'm not going to surprise flash anything. I'm just going to play this and see what happens. Blowing up the curse with this commando doesn't make sense to me. I guess now I will, since I got nothing else to do, right? I mean, I'm just going to play it, but we'll see where I go from there. Alright, guess I'm not allowed to do that. Another thing stopping... People have an obsession with, like, stopping Lotho. I have not been able to use it. I also have 2 of my spells that are more than 2 mana, which is unfortunate. Because there's only, I think, 5 in the deck. That's not too bad, though. Well, they said, oops, what did I miss? I'm not sure. Did they not activate the Bankbuster? Wasn't paying attention. Sure, you'll be fine, though. Can the 1/1 block? Oh, they're not using it. Okay. Oh, right, this phases out. They don't have to, like, make a 1/1 randomly. Okay. Luris has nothing. They exiled my 1 card. I think I'm still playing it, though. I don't know why I wouldn't. It's definitely better than Lotho right now, too. I mean, it's even larger than Lotho. Alright, there is another penultimate answer. against my strategy. Because a lot of things I have 1 toughness. Okay, so I can see how they react to... Oh no, I don't have enough black. Shoot. By 1. Alright, so I can swing at... Tasha? See what happens next. Do I just play Lotho, or do I beseech for something impactful? I think I'm gonna beseech... oh, right, I don't have anything to bargain. Right. Okay, fine, Lotho it is. Okay, so Phyrexian, Lark Animation... Not terribly useful. I could sacrifice the Reclamation to the Beseech. No, I can't do that. Again, I don't have enough black. I don't have black mana. So... I've got nothing to do. I'll just swing with the Cutthroat and recast it, I guess. Yeah. Interesting, my opponent did not, like, look for a land for some reason with the Bankbuster there. They didn't seem to have anything else to do, so that's kind of strange. Okay, well... Ooh, there's something in my eye. My eyeball. Scry X, we're draw. Yep, got it. Something's in my eye. Probably one of my many afro hairs. One of my many things that get stuck in my hair. Even my eyes are not exempt from my nonsense. Yeah, this feels like the last game, the last matches I was playing, where I'm running into kind of the worst possible things in the universe constantly. Like Tasha makes it so I can't play the game. Yeah, if they didn't make a token, this Invoke Despair would have been disgusting. But they did. Okay, so let's Invoke Despair and see what my opponent does. They probably just get rid of Kaito and its token. And then I feel like a dummy, but whatever. Okay, they do not get rid of the token. I don't really know what that's about. Oh, they're just... No, wait, no, I don't... Yeah, I don't actually know what's going on. Seems unusual to me. Alright, so we play this on this, and we discard Beseech the Mirror. And I can't swing because Tasha is dumb. I can recur something, actually. Hold on. Alright, so this is a free attack, and I just recur it with the treasure. It just steals a life. I mean, it's kind of cute. I think yeah, I get the treasure too, right? It's my second spell. Or I've already cast 2 spells, excuse me. Never mind. I am dumb. Right, because that's how I cast the other card. Blast Zone. Not too big of a deal, really. Kind of annoying, but won't end my universe too hastily. Alright, I think I'm going to get rid of Hopeful Initiate, because it doesn't really do anything. It's probably the weakest card here. I think that's fine. Assuming I don't get a Luris activation or something. So, my opponent's at 11. Blind Obedience is a moderately good card. I could also, like... exile their Tasha. I could get Blot Out the Sun. That doesn't seem like it'll resolve, though. I could get Mesmeric Orb, and then suddenly this game turns into something much different. Let's try that. Let's see what happens when I try to cast this. I can cast it twice, mind you. Okay, and then I guess I run this out and pass. Yep, I got nothing to do. Blast Zone isn't very useful, so that's nice. Okay, they put it on 2, which kills Lotho, Orb, and Cutthroat. Memory Deluge is a little annoying. I'm probably going to keep my Cutthroat alive because they're getting kind of low. I think that makes sense. They also don't want to ultimate Tasha, because it does... No, it doesn't actually milk a creature, because all of the first 3 creatures are stolen, so it doesn't actually do much there. Okay, so let's keep our Cutthroat around, because Lotho isn't very useful as it stands, in my opinion. Yep, that's fine. Oh, I guess I needed to kill their commander with the Go for the Throat in response. I didn't realize that. Alright, that's my bad. I did not anticipate that working that way. That is a big whoopsie, actually. Yeah, I needed to kill Saruman. That was a huge mistake. Oh, jeez. I really needed them to, like, kill that. Really needed my opponent to just kill that. Alright, so what else does it do? Cast your second spell. Each opponent mills 2. Okay, this doesn't actually do anything at all, so I don't really care about it. That's a plus, I guess. Let's do... Actually, I get a treasure if I play Lotho first. So I guess I will. I guess I can sack this instead. Fine. And we pass. I mean, alright. Their commander really doesn't do anything. I hadn't really thought about that. This isn't... I don't know what this does at all against me, actually. Okay. And they don't even really want to mill me, because Phyrexian Reclamation, I can just pick up Luris. They can commit? That doesn't even... Or memory? I wouldn't memory here, though. Okay, sure, yep. So they do mill me. I do get... Oh, it exiles whenever your second... Whenever more cards... Shim, instant, or sorcery. Alright, it's exiling Reprobation. And then they can copy it on that. And I guess I kill it in response. I don't have to do that right now, actually. I just don't have to do that. I can just let this happen. And then I can kill it later. Alright, so we pick up Luris. And I just go to recast it here. And then with that, I recast Selfless Spirit. Feels a little bit more useful keeping Luris alive. Seems like a more interesting prospect. And then next turn, I can go to kill this Cutthroat. Now, my opponent gets a Go for the Throat when I cast mine. That... Okay, it's actually a really good thing that I had kept the Go for the Throat then, I guess. Because now I get to kill Luris before it would, Oh. My opponent hit one of my really good cards. Okay, well, I guess nothing matters now. Opponent just randomly gets Time Walk. You got it. Such is my luck, I guess. Opponent just like randomly stole the best card in the universe against me. I think I might take out the Hopeful Initiate. It seems a little difficult to get 2 counters on it. So I might replace that with something. They could just cast Memory, and I do actually lose my cards. My graveyard is moderately important. Opponent agrees. This makes sense to me. And then they also take a Go for the Throat, right? Oh, Invoke Despair. Oh, they can steal old cards. That's what's going on here. I see. Alright, well, I'm going to pick this... Wait, there's no reason to pick it up. It gets shuffled away. There is no reason to pick that up. Yeah, I just happen to have cast my best instants and sorceries, and they happen to have been able to steal them. Let's see here. I guess you, and then Priest... And I guess Reclamation. I don't have a graveyard. There's no reason to cast this. I can just keep my mana up. Because of the discount. Or the tax on the Conquer's Death. I don't see a reason to cast it here. Yeah, there's no reason to make a move, in my opinion. Okay, that was kind of weird. I guess they just wanted to trigger that. My opponent hit a removal spell. Of course they did. Ay. Why didn't they exile sorcery instant spells opponent's graveyard? Sorcery? Wait, why didn't they... Whenever you... Okay, never mind. Doesn't work the way I thought it did. Fair enough. Okay. Second Memory Deluge. Notably, they did not flash it back, so they get to keep it. We milled Luris, but I don't really have a good way to get to it. We milled Blind Obedience. My opponent is just high-rolling so hard off of this commander. They're high-rolling so hard. There's, like, not many good cards this can hit. And it's just hitting, like, the nuts. The absolute nuts. This is not completely insane, though. It could have been way worse. But it is very annoying. Okay. Leaving up a lot of mana each turn. I don't hate to see that. Let us try to exile their thing here. And then try to Shieldred's Edict the other thing. And see what happens. I'll do it now because it's a second spell for Lotho. Each opponent sacks this. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Alright, it actually worked. I can't imagine there's a Settle the Wreckage, but... Can I activate this whenever I want? I can. So I can swing with these 2, or just these 3. And go from there? Yeah, let's swing... Let's swing. And then not you. There's no Manland or anything, right? No. Alright. They're just taking it. And then this is another 2. Let's see what happens when I play this. This is a crazy, crazy game to win. Absolutely insane if I win this. Do I even play this? Yeah, I mean, I have a million mana. What am I talking about? I have a ton of treasure tokens. This should just basically be free. I don't know what I'm looking for with this priest, but I still will use it. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. Because if my opponent... Yeah, I just won't do that. Because I can use it to kill their commander or something. And I think that's worth it. I'm not going to reprieve this. I'd much rather reprieve something else. Which sounds kind of weird, but I'd rather reprieve, like, some other card they have just sitting in their hand that's a problem. think that makes sense in my opinion. It could be completely wrong. Yeah, we let that happen. Again, I don't want to make a move, really. Opponent randomly finds Inquisition. Of course they do. Alright, well, now I guess I have to make a move. Okay, so I draw here. Okay, and then I see what happens when I do this, I guess. I might die to their extort that they stole. The blind obedience, that is. They don't have a lot of mana left, though. They need 2 spells. Yeah, there's not enough mana to do that. Okay, they have 3 mana left. They're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, they can't use that. That doesn't save them, because I can make an orc token. So I sacrifice you, and then I make an orc token. Even if it's a 1/1, it should be able to kill my opponent. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, this is lethal. Crazy, crazy, crazy game. Wow. Crazy game. Oh, it was 1-over because the Hopeful Initiate gets another counter. Yeah. That was kind of crazy. I blundered the blast zone. Oh, it's not right. They shuffled the blast zone on the reprobation. I should have killed this in response, but it ended up working out that I didn't. Crazy, super close game. Super close game. Less interesting. More interesting. All right. Removal is pretty good against, okay, maybe, what? Scry one. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that was just not a thing on my radar. I was not anticipating a Silver Raven. I'm gonna put this on black. I have to kill Balmore. Have to kill it. Can't let them untap either, because, it's a dumb is-it deck. Alright, kill it with that. I have an uncounterable removal spell as well, but might just need to play a land, or use it as a land. Hopefully there's not a ton of creatures here. Okay. I don't really think I'll miss my commander if I cast it right now. In fact, I'd be kind of surprised if they even countered it. I just don't think I'd miss it. Just doesn't feel very important. But looks like it will live. Interesting. Yep, not gonna play Hopeful Initiate. My opponent easily plays more than one card a turn as well. Maybe to the point where I could have played this. Alright, no, they don't. Okay, if that's all they're doing... My opponent has played nothing but their commander. It is not a good... It's not a good sign for them. Alright. I mean, I'm just gonna do this again. Well, there's no reason to play the Silencer anymore, as my opponent's commanders did. They could come back, and I just don't want Luris in my hand, so I guess I'll pass. Maybe they didn't Baby Rage, and something came up. Sure. I can kill that with this. Well, unless it gets larger, I guess. I can also just ignore it, because it's not one-shotting me or anything like that. Oh, they did have it. They had the double strike thing. Nope, they're just gonna get completely hosed twice. This was just an absolute thrashing. I just completely decimated my opponent in every way. This can't block. Okay. Yeah, I've just shmeeded my opponent so bad this game here. Alright. Our opponent roped out through a temper tantrum and then came back because they must have top-decked something really good. Tried to smash me for a million. It didn't work, and then started baby raging again and roped out again, so. Spent like 20 minutes staring at them crying. The life gaining did matter too, right? The blind obedience, the gaining life on Tatyova was actually relevant. It usually isn't, but it definitely was there. It's kind of funny. That was a very weird game, though. Very weird game. Okay, what does this do? Cast your first spell. Paying its mana cost. Okay. Opponent has the best thing ever. Guess I'm playing this. Okay, I guess it pits me against Brawl decks. That's fun. Alright. In the air we go. Oh, their land was tapped. Oh my goodly goodness. Okay. Wasn't anticipating that. Graven Lore, you got it. No. I can't tap anymore, so it's just gonna be what we mill. Alright, well, I don't have anything, so if they have crazy stuff, so be it. I also didn't mill anything at all for Luris, but that's not saying much, because I get to mill so much every turn anyways. Alright, sure. Oh, they get to kick this because a Brawl is a discount? Oh, that's so... that's so gross. What's happening? What? Okay, I milled 10 cards and nothing for Luris. That is kind of insane, actually. Never seen this card in my life. Of course, here it is, right when I swing for that. I'm going to play Mox. It gives me a treasure and something to actually tap. But I am kind of beside myself. I literally milled 10 cards and not a single card for Luris. That is absolutely insane. I mean, it feels insane. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Alright, my opponent deliberately shocked themselves. I don't know why. But I'm not going to let you freely have that. My opponent's willing to give me a 2-2. That's odd. I'm tapping all my stuff because of the Mesmeric Orb. Alright, 9 triggers. Opponent makes my Luris suddenly a 2-2. Alright, or no abilities. Can I do anything about that? Nope. Of course, this is the moment where we just start milling things to reanimate, I'm sure, right? Now that I can't. Rite of Oblivion. Not a bad draw. Not the baddest of draws. Alright, let's get rid of... Target this. And sacrifice... a treasure token? And then cast Cutthroat. And then play land. And swing. Okay. Oh look, it's Tatyova again. How exciting. Alright, they have, I guess, nothing? They take 4 in the air, and then the Cutthroat could potentially kill them later. Yeah, let's go to attacks before I don't go to attacks. Swing like that, I think. Yep. Okay, so I can tutor for a whole bunch of stuff. I assume there's like a discard spell, though. Or, I mean, a counter spell. I imagine there's at least a counter spell here, so this isn't terribly useful. They literally have counter spell. You got it. Let's play another creature. Actually, let's put this on Selfless Savior. I can almost kill them, but I can't quite kill them. Sack? Wait, maybe I can. 1, 2... Oh, I can just kill them because of the Cutthroat. Yep, the Cutthroat. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh, wow, that's a cool win. Because I get to Reclamation it. Awesome. That's an awesome win. My opponent didn't even see it either. They did not even see it. Okay, so I like this. It's really cool. I like Luris strategies. I think they're really neat. I did get a couple games where I had a bunch of treasure tokens, but I didn't get like a bajillion. I did find it a little bit difficult to cast, maybe like Invoke Despair. Maybe this could just come out for something else. There were also some games where I didn't have a lot of Luris targets. Like that last game I played, I actually milled like 20 cards with Mesmeric Orb and just never hit anything. It was kind of, I mean, I hit a few things, but like it wasn't that dense of amount of targets for that, which was kind of crazy. I had, how many? 24? So a fourth of the deck are creatures that are recurable. So 1 out of every 4 cards, I should have saw like, I don't know, 5 or 6, and I saw like 2. So I did get a little unlucky, but I certainly could have a denser amount of cheap threats, for sure. Maybe taking out some of the removal and just adding more random 1 and 2 drops, but I really wanted to just run the absolute best of them and then not make room for like the moderate ones and make room instead for removal spells and efficient stuff like that instead. You know, recurring the same card over and over, just a strong card, instead of recurring like a random 1/1 flyer that is like meh. But yeah, it ended up working out. Every long, grindy game that I played, I won, except I think one of them, which is kind of crazy to me. I didn't anticipate that, but I did beat things that went very long, which is very surprising. I didn't feel too screwed on mana. Maybe making room for 1 or 2 lands is possible, but I think the biggest issue with the mana was actually just getting color screwed, not really struggling to cast things. Because again, if you're playing a bunch of ones and twos, with Lotho giving you treasures here and there from even your opponent or you're just getting treasures from either side. You can get like 2 in a turn cycle. I don't really like playing a bunch of lands, right? I just don't really like that. Blot Out the Sky never came to fruition, which is sad. I really wanted to cast this. I think there was a time where I was about to tutor for it, but the tutor got countered. Yeah. But I would say, if you do like this, probably take out some removal. Like, I have all of the efficient removal on 1 and 2, and then I have Invoke Despair, and I mean, this is also a land, but so I kind of have all of the removal ever. I probably could go down 2 or 3 of these removal spells for more creatures, right? Or maybe even get rid of Deadly Dispute and Village Rites, and add creatures instead. Because having all the sack outlets is great and all, but unless I have something to actually sacrifice, it's a little steep to do that. You can sacrifice Lotho if you fully expect Lurrus to not die, because then keep this in the graveyard for Lurrus to recur, which I never did. But I think there was one game where I might have been able to do that, but if Lurrus ever died, then I'd lose access to Lotho completely. And that's obviously not the greatest thing ever. Even though Lotho isn't that insane, like it's not that crazy of a card, it could be noticeable, like that you just lost it and you've also lost your Lurrus. But if you've lost both of these, you're probably not going to win anyways. So, something to think about there. But I did like this. It leads to some pretty interesting games, and I did like those games. But yeah, definitely a little light on the creatures, I would say. So the list I upload will probably be different slightly. But yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.